Today I'm going to teach you guys how to do two types of cast-ons for knitting. So with all knitting, you start with a slip knot. So you have the tail right here, and then I fold the yarn over so you can see it makes a little loop, which I just dropped. And since the cast-on tail is underneath the loop, we put that over, which makes a circle. I grab that, and then I grab the two ends, and I pull those two apart. Making the slip knot is probably the worst thing that I teach. I make it a lot more complicated than it has to be, but hopefully I went slow enough where you can see it. And then regardless of how you do the loop, or whatever way you do the loop, you can either pull the tail to tighten it, or you pull the main yarn. Either way works. So one way to do a cast on is the knitted cast on. And it isn't too stretchy. It gives you some good stability, and it's pretty easy because if you know how to do the knit stitch, or if you know how to do this cast on, then the knit stitch will be easy and vice versa. So you put your right needle under and behind your left needle and you make what looks like a cross. Make sure you don't grab your tail. I've done that tons of times, even though I've been knitting for years. Then you take this yarn and you move it counterclockwise around the back yarn and between. Then you hold it, and each knitter holds their yarn differently, and you slide, so you grab the new yarn with the right needle that's now in front. And if you were knitting, you would slide this needle off, but we're casting on. So we take the left needle now and we go under the loop and we slide it on. And that's the knitted cast on. So let me do that again. You go under that left stitch on the top. Again, don't grab your tail yarn. Make a cross with the right needle in the back. Take your yarn, move it towards the left or counterclockwise to wrap the right needle. So the yarn should be between the left needle and the right needle. Slide, use the tip to pick up that new yarn. And then I sometimes like to pull a little bit to give me some working room. And then take the left needle, go under the right, slide it on. And now that it's a little loose, I can just pull it a little tight. And you can see that it makes a little V right there. Okay, so it looks like it wants to go right there instead of there. So that's to be expected. I'm just going to do a few more so you can see. Okay. And that is the knitted cast on.